Hey, YouTube family. This is the girl, the goddess with the mostest. Excuse my music in the background. I do not own rights to the music. I'm just having some friendly music playing as I start my first podcast on YouTube today. So like and subscribe. I just really am gonna basically start topics off of what I've been through, what families and friends have experienced over the years, what I've experienced over the years. These topics that I'm going to talk about is about my kids, about myself, about my mother, my father, friends and everything. So there is no such thing as a wrong question. Like, I want to know the no's. Like, there's people that go through stuff and I'll be like, what? And I feel like all of us just want someone that can understand what we're really going through. You understand? We all go through different things. So, what's wrong with expressing those things? What's wrong with saying, hey, I've been through that too. This is what I did. Not saying that'll work for you, but let's go through this together. Let's make ends meet together. So, a topic that I've always come across every now and then, and I've seen people go through things, and I'm tell you guys a story as well, and you're gonna be like, oh my goodness, what world. Okay, so the topic that I want to address, it is support. Yes, that amazing word that nobody wants to do, but they always want to reap the wealth and the good things that come from the decisions of someone being supportive. And that's just not talking about financial. We're talking about emotional. We're talking about physical, mentally. All those things come in the fact of being supportive. And what I mean by that is, I can give you an example. So I have been cross paths with career-wise what I really want to do. I'm in my 30s. I just turned 30 April 9th. Yay. So I'm beginning my journey of what I want to be in life, what I want to do in life, how I want to do those things in life for me and my sons. So, I brought it up to my, mother. My mother, she's supportive, but she has her days, just like anybody else. And I don't think she knew that it affected me in a negative way because I wanted her support, and those are the key signs. And I'm going to pause right there. Not knowing when someone is looking for your support, not knowing they don't want your opinion. They can care less about your opinion. In mind, they already made that decision of what they want to do. They just want your support to build that confidence of like, okay, yeah, go do that. That's what you want to do. I'm here with you 100%. Not no, you don't even know nothing about that. Why you want to do that? We don't know nothing about a lot of stuff until we actually read up on it and we understand stuff. Then we know about those things. But who was you to tell me I can't go be a psychiatrist? Or who's you to tell me that I can't go be a police officer? Or I can't be a dermatologist? Who is you to tell me I can't be those things? So we have to understand that we are surrounded by simple-minded people. And they can't see past what they used to. They're used to the same things. They're used to the same routines every day. So it's like having something different and unknown to them is weird to them. Having ambitions and goals and things that they want out of life, or someone that they see that wants those things out of life, is weird to them. And it makes it difficult for people like me and people like yourself. I'm pretty sure that you have an idea of want something that you want to do. And, you brought it probably to attention. Maybe it might not be your mom, your dad. It might be your spouse, might be your best friend, and you was like, hey, I think I'm going to pursue this. And they probably looked at you and was like, why? That's stupid. Say something negative. And it kind of discouraged you from doing what you thought was a good idea. You get what I'm saying? So, basically what I'm getting at is, we can't allow people to make those decisions for us. Even if they don't support us, we have to be our biggest supporters. At the end of the day, I'm a single mother of 3 amazing, handsome little boys. And I have to make decisions all the time, with or without support. And even if you don't have kids, making decisions sometimes can be stressful. It can, because it's like, damn if I do, damn if I don't. You know, it's one of those situations, and it can drive you up the wall, just not knowing what could be out there, you know, and not having the support, you know, not having the right mindset of saying, hey, I could do this. Hey, I'm okay. Hey, my mental is messed up. I need help. And getting overlooked, and what you're saying is irrelevant to them. It bothers you, and it does something to you. So it's like you have to do some inner work. That's what I like to call it, inner work. Do the inner work that needs to be done, so you won't have to depend on nobody's support for you to be the best you. You are the best version of you, regardless of the support that you get, honey. Boo boo. You are the best supporter of yourself. You're the best supporter of yourself, because you think about it. Who's gonna get out the bed every morning and do what they gotta do? Not your mama, not your husband, not your wife, not your kids. You're gonna get out that bed and you're gonna do what you need to do, because you have a goal, you got the ambition, and you know that you want more out of life than what you've been getting. And it's okay to go grab it, because you deserve it. Who said you don't deserve to have the best things of life? Who is you to feel like you don't deserve to have happiness? Support, it comes with numerous of things. You know, it comes with the good, the bad, the happy, and the sad, but you gotta embrace every bit of it, because I promise you, once you start having that support of, I don't need you to let me know that what I'm doing is amazing, I promise you, it'll be like the most calming and peaceful, and it's like, it just makes you feel like, you know what, I can accomplish any task that I put towards my mind. I can accomplish anything that I put towards my mind. And it just warms my heart when I can have a conversation with somebody that's going through something, uplift their spirit, give them that little bit of support that they've been yearning for. It makes me feel so good. So, you guys, I just want to give you guys a little story. It warms my heart, but I have to share this because it almost broke me down to tears. And hopefully I don't cry up here, because it made me realize how important I am in people's life. And it might not be just a girlfriend, it might just be a good friend. And that I am. I'm both. But good friends, they come a dime in a dozen. They come in many shapes and forms. And I had an ex-boyfriend. Me and him departed our ways. And, you know, I told him we can always be cool. We can always be friends. If you need, you know, to vent, you need anything, let me know, because I knew his situation. So before me and him broke up, he was going to school to be a fitness trainer. I encouraged him to do that. I encouraged him to try to go get his CDLs. You know, like, I just was pushing him to be the best him. He was working 2 jobs. You know, he was doing it. I condoned him because he was doing the damn thing. Once me and him departed our ways, how can I say this? His family is not the most warm, welcoming people. They used him to the grave. They took every little bit of his money. He didn't have kids, so he just had self. He just had self to worry about, you know. And another thing that bothers me, because it's not just him, we have a lot of people coming out of prison, coming out of jails, that are being institutionalized, and they're transitioning into the world. It's not all as if they thought it was going to be. and it makes things very difficult for them to cope like we would cope, because we haven't been in that situation. We haven't been in solitary. We haven't been in those mentally off environments sometimes. So it's like those things affect you, especially if you have not dealt with them internal. And me and him actually had a deep conversation, and he was like, I hear voices, I hear things talking to me, he's schizophrenic. And I told him, I said, you need mental health, you need support. Once again, support goes a long way, my babies. It goes a long way, because it makes you feel loved and welcome and warm and feeling wanted. Just the feeling of feeling wanted, it says a lot. It says a lot. So yes, he basically, I ran into him at Chick-fil-A. I was getting something to eat, and I ran into him 3 times prior to, because I had asked his brother about him, because he was on my mind heavy, and my spirits were heavy, and I was like, what's going on with him? What's going on with him? And I asked the brother, like, is he good? Is he okay? And his brother's like, don't talk to me about him. His energy was really horrible. Like, why are you like that towards your brother? You know what I'm saying? Like, what's the problem? So, I didn't see him after that, and then recently, I ran into him, and I ran into him 3 times. And I believe in fate. You don't run into somebody more than one time. Not in a consecutive of a week. It's a message that needs to be said. And me being the type of person I am and the kind of energy that I have, I believe in that, letting it be known. So the last time I ran into him, I was actually going to give him something to eat, like I was saying, in Chick-fil-A, and I seen him sitting down in the back corner of Chick-fil-A when I was walking out the door. And I wasn't going to say nothing to him, but my spirit, my energy, like, it wouldn't allow me to. In my mind, it was like, you gotta go speak to him. You gotta go speak to him, because something's not right. He needs somebody to speak to. And I'm just sitting here talking to him, and his mind is just like all over the place. And I had to tell him, do one thing at a time. Now, his mom, she stays like right where the same apartment complexes is where I'm at, and guess what? He's homeless. How do you abandon your child? I don't care how old your child is. If your child is crying out for help, how do you abandon your child? My mom, I'm 30 years old. My mama will let you know right now, my baby ain't going nowhere till she get her stuff together, and I feel like she good. My grandbaby's good. She ain't going nowhere. She got a place to stay. And that's another subject for another day. I'm not even gonna get on that. I'm gonna stay on topic. But me just having that conversation with him, and I seen the smile on his face. I seen the darkness softenly lighten up, and he just smiled. And I said, you know what? I said, I'm gonna give you a hug. Can I give you a hug? And I gave him a hug, and I allowed my energy to bounce off of his. And I hope that it made a difference, and I really hope that he really felt my energy and felt my presence, and understand that you are loved. You have support. You just gotta stop looking at support in the wrong people. And that is the biggest issue a lot of people have. We look at support in the wrong people. Always look at support first within yourself. You're not gonna find the support that you need if you don't look at it within yourself. And that's all I got for you guys for today. It's your girl, the goddess with the mostest. Y'all stay highly favored, and